Welcome to XYZ News, your latest in everything politics. My name is Raj Vora with the latest news, and we're pleased to invite President Nixon, or ex-President Nixon, to the program in a bit. But to kick off our show, we'll be talking about the gas prices, which just shot up to an astounding 50 cents. On top of that, inflation rates have risen to 11.3%. But now for news that actually matters, let's throw it over to Ched with an update on Watergate.
Thank you, Waj. Recently, 5 individuals were suspected of breaking into the Democratic National Committee for the DNC at the Watergate Hotel. These 5 individuals were Virgilio Gonzalez, Bernard Barker, James McCord, Eugenio Martinez, and Frank Sturgis. President Nixon was tied to these crimes, and it is widely believed the purpose was to retrieve harmful information about 1972 presidential candidate George McGovern. These men supposedly stole copies of secret documents and bugged the office phones. They were also caught as the wiretaps they set up were not working properly for the first time, leading them to return to the Watergate building to repair the devices. A security guard noticed someone had tapped over several of the building locks, called the police, eventually leading to their arrest. In January, Nixon refused to surrender over 500 tapes and documents, leading to an increased suspicion. He later had to surrender these tapes even though tampered with, and upon further investigation, Nixon was found guilty as more evidence piled up on Nixon, like the smoking gun tape, revealing Nixon and White House Chief of Staff H.R. Haldeman discussed using the Central Intelligence Agency to block a federal Bureau of Investigation inquiry into Watergate. This controversy has led to Nixon's support in Congress to decrease 7 former White House officials that have been officially indicted for their role in the Watergate break-in and charged with conspiracy to obstruct justice. On August 9, 1974, Nixon officially resigned, leading to controversy and tension happening inside the American government. His misuse of presidential power has been a stain to his legacy and the public perception of him. Now, let's throw it over to Ched to see the public perception of our President Nixon. Thank you, Ched. We're in the streets looking for some public opinions on President Nixon. Let's go. Oh, there's someone. What is your opinion on President Nixon?
Yo, Nixon. Democrats for the win, baby.
Thank you, Chad. Now let's throw it over to Ethan with a special interview with President Nixon.
Nixon, a charismatic, self-made man, wrapped up by allegations possibly making him the most controversial U.S. president of all time. My name is Ethan, and today we are joined by the Commander-in-Chief himself, President Nixon. Oh wait, I meant ex-President Nixon. Recently resigned as the President of the United States. He headlined for a scandal at the Watergate Hotel, where he was allegedly accused for being connected with the burglary and stealing of documents and wiretapped phones. Thank you for joining us today, President Nixon. So, President Nixon, where are your shoes?
These are the feet of a working man.
A hard-working man caught up in cheating and scandals? So Nixon, how have you and your family been since the crisis?
Well, I've obviously been under fire, but yeah, I plan to move to Southern California with my family, my wife, but I'm relieved of legal troubles.
So he's moving away from his problems? You have achieved a great deal during your presidency, such as increasing global relations and restoring public spaces. What is in store for your future and legacy?
Well, even though all my accomplishments, it looks like I have been disappointed in America because of this scandal. My citizens trusted me that I would serve them as president and be lawful and honest, but yeah, I've let them down. I know my apologies will not allow me to make amends for mistakes, but just know that I am the great man that America voted, and that I will continue working on projects to make America great again.
Wow, someone's pretty humble. So Nixon, did you resign because you knew you were going to get impeached?
I wasn't. Can we cut to a commercial break?
After the break, we will expose Nixon.
Are your kids bored with their current toys? Well, look at this brand new burglary set. This set comes complete with ski mask, flashlight, and crowbar. Order now, and you can even get a free secret microphone and headset, allowing you to snoop with ease. This product is approved by Nixon and used.
Bro, I thought that we had a deal that you're gonna ask good questions, like to clear up, like whatever, like.
And we're back, folks. Now, here are a few clips of you talking about the scandal.
I was acting president. Timothy Chad, your mess.
Sorry, we were having technical difficulties, but here are the right tapes now.
It was a tough thing, Bob, for you, for John, the rest, but goddammit, I'm never going to discuss this son of a bitching Watergate thing again. Never, 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 never. Don't you agree?
Yes, sir. You've done it now, and you've laid out your position. You've taken your steps. You've put the
Interesting thing, you know, we have.
This just in, we have footage of the burglary in the Watergate Hotel.
AP Human answers.
No, we don't need that. We don't need that.
Dude, I need that.
No response? Well, now you guys know the truth about President Nixon. Thank you for joining us on XYZ News. Oh, no! Back to you, Shay.
Cut it!
Thank you, Ethan. Now let's throw it over to Raj to wrap up this segment.
Thank you, Chad. Well, now you guys know the truth about President Nixon. That's all we have for XYZ News today. We'll see you tomorrow.